Cari videogiocatori e care videogiocatrici, riprendiamo subito con The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 per la terza parte e siamo già qui, iniziamo subito. E Ivo è incinta a quanto pare, colpo di scena.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any
Gli ormoni. Era svenuto anche Chip Chip.
No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life.
Ah, con Nate.
Why? How do humans do it?
È proprio candida.
They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Com'è possibile?
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would
Esistono altri
certainly appear to be
metodi
the
di
case
concepimento?
here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
E allora?
Any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But
Ah, perché sì, non gli compete, quanto pare. Una maledizione, magari.
But my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant.
Maledetta, la madre non deve saperlo.
Mother must never find out about this.
È un po' difficile nasconderlo, però.
I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh,
Deve essere stata maledetta?
I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic!
Come?
No, of course I didn't mean it like that. But just think. Me. Cursed. That sounds like an adventure.
Ah beh sì, è l'input
Totally
per
obvious what we need to do
andare
now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the
l'arcimago.
wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you?
Bisognerebbe giocare al primo per conoscere anche gli altri personaggi.
Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here.
Io sfortunatamente ho solo questo.
Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you
Volare.
going to teach me quickly then? No, we
E non
need
ha
a
le
fast
ali.
mode of
Gli elfi non hanno
transport.
ali.
And then there's the small matter of the border watch.
Un mezzo di
Their
trasporto.
longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 meters, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission.
La password.
You don't by any chance know the password that the border watch use? Typical.
Non sa mai niente, a quanto pare.
That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter, Chi.
Ok, prossimo obiettivo. Scoprire la
After
password.
all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password.
Ok,
Let's
anche
go.
il mezzo di trasporto, giustamente. Mezzo di trasporto e password. Immagino che debba fare tutto io. Lo specchio magico.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
You were interrupted
Il
just now
sesso.
when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Le principesse non fanno queste cose, non parlano di queste
I
cose.
could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public
Una
library.
biblioteca pubblica. Il male peggiore, per un
How
libro.
do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years.
4 anni.
You are presumably in the 6th
Sesto
month.
mese.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, well, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm
Ok,
here
quindi
for.
nel mondo degli umani il parto avverrebbe prima.
Hey, Cheap. Think, Cheap Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without
Parliamo
me
anche con
having to
Chip
grow
Chip, già che
wings?
ci siamo.
You've got an idea?
Cosa fa? Dove va? Cos'è? Una rivista?
Flight magazine.
Una rivista di volo.
You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine. Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Avantasia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea, Chief.
Ippogrifo.
But the Blue Mountains aren't close. And just look at the price. A pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from? Yes, I think you're right. We'll
La
have to
pentola
think.
d'oro, non lo so. Dove posso prendere una pentola d'oro? Vabbè, continuiamo a parlare con Chip.
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito.
Non funzionerebbe, ok. Mi dispiace di averti
I'm really sorry about that business
rinchiuso.
with the musical box, Cheap, but I had to find out what was wrong with me. Are we friends again?
Pace?
Good.
Ci ha messo una pietra sopra.
Sometimes I wish I'd kept the artifact of divine fate.
Artefatto.
Well, an object that would make every wish come true.
Immagino
It'd be very
facesse
handy right
parte
now.
del primo, forse, perché qua
Yes, I know, too
non
much
abbiamo
power
nulla.
for one person. That's why Archmage Alistair and I made arrangements.
Eh,
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito.
Cos'è questo sesso?
Sex that you spoke about. What is it, and why should I not have it?
Averlo.
I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out what you're trying to hide from me.
Quando sarai più grande.
I've got sunflower
Dei
seeds.
semi di girasole.
I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together, right?
Ok, tornerò presto perché tanto...
I'll be back soon,
Sì.
sheep.
Abbiamo esaurito le risposte, le domande. Non lo so, allora, trovare questo ippografo, poi mi serve la password.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
Devo lasciare la tana degli elfi. Lui mi può
Arbor,
aiutare?
I'm going to have to
Arbor?
leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
No,
Not as such.
non gliel'ha nemmeno chiesto, però.
But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a
Tutto
good
di
journey.
nascosto, bisogna fare qua.
Thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, you wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know, time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you?
La gravidanza.
Childbearing stuff work exactly.
Ma non credo che lui sappia,
Don't know.
infatti.
Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flowers. The flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah. And also, our children don't grow in the earth. They grow in us.
I know. Isn't it absurd?
Va bene, detta così è
I
un
happen to
po'
need a pot of gold and you happen to have one.
una pentola
Would you be
d'oro.
happy to lend it to me?
Puoi prestarmela, c'è una pentola?
If I be the Sultan of the Three Deserts and you had juicy grapes, would you feed me?
Okay, seriously. Do you have a pot of gold?
Just like you have grapes and be the Sultan.
Non ce l'ha, niente, non mi può
Do you know
aiutare.
how to cast a spell over a magic mirror?
Purtroppo.
Do I look like a magician or priest?
Mi ha dato una canna da pesca,
Perhaps
però
you saw
poi
Mother
basta.
doing it sometime.
Many times. She tips water from 3 different vessels into the bowl and then mumbles a bit to herself.
Ah,
Some kind of elf priestess magic nonsense. I don't know nothing about that.
ok.
Me neither.
Dell'acqua.
I have to get on.
Ok, mi ha
Don't
dato
work too
almeno un
hard.
indizio.
That I won't.
Ci aiuterà questo indizio ad andare avanti. Forse dovrei andare, se mi fa andare il gioco, verso quel portone enorme. Non lo so. Ok, là c'è il giglio che abbiamo fatto. Abbiamo portato il suo amato fiore. Dicevo, vorrei sta porta qua, controllare una... Si può andare?
Nothing for it.
Ok,
Have to talk to Pa.
ok, possiamo
I'd
andare.
better take the hat off. No need to complicate matters further.
Il cappello, il cappello da... Ok. Da pescatrice.
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
Non sono una ragazzina. Sono incinta? Proprio no. Cioè, non lo so. Cosa diciamo? Cosa rispondiamo?
I'm no longer a little girl who can be shut up in her room.
No? How did you get out of your room? Did you trick Cheep Cheep and then climb over the balcony? That sounds very grown up.
Sono incinta. No. Glielo diciamo? Ma non lo dirà mai, no?
What are you, my darling?
Pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you are. You are my daughter and an elf princess. So you disobeyed me just to tell me this.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds.
Tu
I'm not
stesso.
going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed.
Errore
all day.
di...
Where does this sudden insight come from?
di
I
genere.
can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Attenzione, è già
Of course,
impegnata, già promessa
I'd
al
love to help
principe
you, but I'm just
Lalilos.
dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic
Un'epidemia.
in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you
Trasformati?
mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing
Non
it.
sembra tanto bello.
Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
Rosa? Non sembra una cosa poi così brutta.
An epidemic in
Seastone.
Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there?
E lei deve andare
On
lì
the other
perché
hand,
deve
Wilbur and
incontrare...
March Major in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
questo arcimago. Sì, io sono arrivato qua perché vorrei parlare... Allora, qua abbiamo l'acqua. Posso parlare ancora con lei? Con la
I
madre?
can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well.
Guarda il pozzo della luna.
Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the
E forse a
well.
me serve l'acqua, ma non
Up to now, my
sono...
mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will.
Anche qua di nuovo un errore, fortunato. Vabbè. Guarda
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
la tavoletta di pietra. Guarda, lui è il padre?
Dad doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why.
È un dormiglione. Posso parlare con lui? Possiamo... Un attimo.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means.
No, non cambia
That's
niente,
Mother's area of expertise.
provando niente. Pensavo mi dicesse qualcos'altro. Un attimo, Vorrei di nuovo provare con... Un attimo, controllare qua. Con la madre parliamo. Dobbiamo parlare? Ah, ok.
Mother?
Yes, Ivodora.
Il nome completo è Evodora.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me.
È diventata curiosa tutta ad un tratto.
Different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Tutto a che fare con l'acqua.
Oh.
Eh,
What's all this different forms of water all about then?
Not all water is the same. It changes.
essa
If it
cambia.
bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together,
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be
Nessuno lo è.
perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Vabbè, non puoi vivere perennemente nell'insoddisfazione,
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
because I think that will be best for you.
Forse per unire i due regni, no? Di solito si fa
Then you will
così.
learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
Ma deve sposare chi vuole lei, no?
Do
Non
you
puoi
know what can be done to
obbligarla.
fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Non è tanto contenta. Allora, forse è arrivato il momento di... Guarda il pozzo. Mi dice qualcos'altro adesso? O parlo con il padre? No, controlliamo. Parliamo con il padre, via, va. Se no qua...
Hey, Pa. The day started ages ago.
What?
Dorme sempre.
Oh, Ivo, how's my
Con le farfalle sopra.
I'm your only daughter.
L'unica
Oh,
figlia.
that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
È un giorno
It's
bellissimo,
a
no?
wonderful day today. Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet,
Ah,
something
lui
seems
se n'è
to be
accorto.
troubling you.
She locked me up like a small child.
Sembra molto più permissivo il padre. Il re.
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Non difendere sempre madre.
You are always defending her. Doesn't she drive you mad too?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, warts and all.
Non lo so, è molto zen il padre.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh,
Ah, quindi è d'accordo con la
You are
madre.
an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who.
Ah beh, allora...
Just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate? Or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
Sono incinta. Magari a
I
lui
need to tell
glielo
you
dice.
something, Father. I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much.
Ah,
It's not good
lo
for
sa
the
già.
baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is.
beh, è
I want to know
importante.
what's happened to me.
Cos'è successo,
Then
no?
look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm
È sempre
about
calmo.
it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be married.
Sì, lo abbiamo capito.
No one knows more
Che è
about
stato
these
un
things than Alistair.
Un
We agree,
incantesimo.
then.
Like snails munching
E non una
Only your mother isn't going
cosa
to
naturale.
like it.
I know, but I'll work on that.
E adesso devo fare illuminami
Enlighten
padre
me, father.
più volte per un trofeo.
Moth and the dandelion,
È una cosa opzionale, la faccio solo per il
high on the
trofeo
rooftop
questa.
of the world, are confusing to those weak in the head.
Understood.
È anche un trofeo mancabile, quindi
Enlighten me, father.
mi conviene farlo già adesso per non rischiare. Vedete, lui dice delle cose,
Are confusing
ci
to
illumina.
those weak in the head.
Understood.
E ancora, illuminami padre.
Enlighten me, father.
Dimmi qualcosa di
Moth
bello.
and the dandelion, high on the rooftop of the world, are a wonderful sight.
Understood.
Illuminami
Enlighten me,
ancora.
father.
The wide
Mi pare
sky
5
and the
volte,
burning
forse.
sun,
Avevo letto
dancing
così.
tango and farting uncontrollably, are confusing to those weak in the head.
I'll need to have a think about that.
Ancora,
Enlighten me,
illuminami.
father.
Ghosts and demons, denied by those who are unwary, are confusing to those weak in the head.
That is interesting.
Ok, illuminato, vedete, me l'ha dato, ok. Adesso si può continuare, ma andiamo
I've got quite a
avanti.
lot to think about.
Sarebbe inutile, il trofeo l'ho preso.
Little daughter,
See you later, father.
Col padre ci si può ragionare, con la madre è già più complicato. Allora, devo prendere quest'acqua.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is. The only problem is, Mother guards this water like treasure
Sì,
and
è
stands directly next to
attaccata.
it.
Non posso prenderla.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what
È il
is.
fatto che mi serve
The
l'acqua
only
per
problem
andare
is,
avanti,
Mother
credo.
guards this water like treasure and stands directly next to it.
E forse mi manca anche un recipiente. Sopra ce n'era uno. Qua il laghetto. Ciao Chip, ciao libro. Mi sembra che sopra ci sia un recipiente, così possiamo poi prendere l'acqua. Ecco, vedete, eccolo qua. Prendi la brocca.
That's just what I
Sì.
need.
Ricordavo bene. E adesso scendo di qua, magari cambiamo. Non che cambi molto, perché passare di qui o di là, sempre giù andiamo. In giardino. Adesso forse con la brocca, in teoria potrei prendere l'acqua, dovrei riuscire a prenderla. In un modo o nell'altro. Forse devo chiederlo alla madre, non lo so. Vediamo se ci provo, ma vediamo un po'. Forse la prende lei direttamente.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is.
Ma mi dice la stessa
The only
cosa?
problem is, Mother guards this water like treasure and stands directly next to it.
Ah, non me la fa prendere, vedete, neanche con la brocca. Forse devo chiedere a lei prima. Madre.
Mother?
Mother.
Yes, Ivadora.
Chiamami Ivo, che è più
When you
bello.
married father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days.
Pochi giorni.
I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most
È
handsome
stata
elf
fortunata,
I've ever
oh, non per tutti è
What if you
così.
hadn't loved him? Or if perhaps you
Eh?
hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages, and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes a
Non è
man
sempre
is
vero.
best.
That stuff in the moon.
Guarda un po' d'acqua.
That's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
Sono assetata, no.
I'm thirsty, and I thought to myself,
Funziona?
I've never tried moonwell water.
Well, keep thinking.
No, non funziona.
This water is not intended for such profane
Tanto
use.
profano, no, niente. Riguardo la... Allora devo provare con qualcos'altro.
About the moon water, could I have some?
What do you need it for?
Se bere non serve, sono assetata. Per un rituale, una pozione? Rituale o pozione? Pozione magari. Non lo so, io... Visto che berla non si può, potrebbe funzionare. Voglio usarla per preparare una pozione. È un ingrediente importante. Sì, secondo me... Oppure per il rituale. No, no, facciamo
I need
questa
it
e
for a
via, dai.
potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Azione di crescita per piante. Voglio soffiare.
The
Bellezza.
moon water is a
Proviamo.
particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking
Vabbè, ha
my best
toccato
for
il
the
tasto
prince,
principe.
and
Sì,
such a
secondo
potion
me
would do any harm.
Oh,
gliela dà
absolutely.
l'acqua.
Do you have a vessel? May the moonwell water
Sì,
give you
sì,
the helping
funziona,
way to
funziona.
become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Grazie. Ok, ha funzionato. Ci manca ancora la pentola d'oro, però abbiamo l'acqua. Con l'acqua possiamo ottenere la password.
See you later, Mother.
A dopo.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
È ancora la stessa cosa, ok. Va bene. Andiamo via, 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 via. Non c'è altro da fare. Da Paima. Era qua, giusto? La mettiamo qua. L'acqua. Lo specchio magico, esatto. Lui sa tutto, mi dirà la password. Con l'acqua dovrebbe funzionare. Vai.
Right. Now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come
Sì.
from the moonwell. It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Funziona e vai. Possiamo... Un attimo, però... Forse mi serve anche quest'altra acqua. Non aveva detto 3 acque? 2 o 3 acque? Non... Ok, la prende da... Ok. Sì, versiamo anche quest'altra acqua. No, perché mi sembra di aver... Ok, dai.
Water from the waterfall. One could also say
Acqua che è caduta
water
dal
that has
cielo.
fallen from the sky. Aha, that's got the
Secondo
second
simbolo,
symbol to
infatti,
glow.
sì, me ne manca un terzo però. Sì, sì, mi è subito venuto in mente questa cosa. L'altra dove la prendiamo? L'altra acqua. Arbor, dove trovo un po' di acqua?
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
È un
I
tipo di
need a
acqua.
special sort of water, Arbor.
Mi puoi
Can you help
aiutare?
me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that
Ah,
spills
dal
out of the
terreno,
ground.
ok.
There, a waterfall.
Al-
As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need
Direttamente
water
dal
directly out
terreno.
of the earth.
You elves always like to make
Sì,
things complicated.
no, è gli sviluppatori che rendono
No,
i giochi
container.
complicati. È un contenitore? Sì, ce l'ho, la brocca. Ho una brocca e non ho paura di usarla. Dove... Fa tutto da solo? Sta fumando. Ha ripreso a fumare. Ah,
There
l'ha
you
fatta
go.
lui direttamente. Non mi ha dato degli
And don't
indizi,
start
no.
telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Non è mucco, ok?
Should work.
Ok, abbiamo
Thank
3
you.
tipi di
I have to
acque.
get on. Don't
Quindi
work too hard.
That I won't.
ora possiamo finalmente consultare lo specchio e farci dire la password.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work.
3,
It's
aveva
not
detto
really
3.
spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater.
Ma sì,
and
dai.
It's never seen the sun.
Va bene lo stesso, dai, non facciamo i pignoli.
Now all the
Non ce n'era così tanta, però.
Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
Il mio primo incantesimo.
I
Sì,
cast a
ce
spell
l'abbiamo
over you
fatta.
single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realize it.
Vabbè.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are
Vede
wrong.
tutto. Sei davvero onnisciente? O mi prendi in giro?
All-knowing.
Vedi proprio tutto?
But it
Ah.
sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors.
Dall'altra
I
parte.
see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view
Ah,
your
quindi
world.
dove ci sono gli specchi tu vedi.
Okay.
E se anche... questo è preoccupante.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors.
Anche nella mia
Does that
camera?
include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Vede tutto, basta.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
Ti sto...
I can see into the furthest reaches
Ok,
of the
vede
world.
tutto,
I
l'ha
see
detto,
good
è
and the
inutile.
bad,
Quindi ha visto anche le tue grazie.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp
Ah.
concert in front of
Questo
my
è
mirror.
quello
I count that amongst
abominevole.
the abominable.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them.
li aiuti.
That is the question, is it not?
Sì, ma io vorrei sapere la
Do I have an
password.
interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, But mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop.
Si limita ad osservare, ok.
I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
Ah, sull'epidemia? Già che ci siamo, tanto ormai. Parliamo del più del meno.
Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
No, non è un'epidemia.
What is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Ah,
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains
il
the
bene
same.
contro il male, è sempre così, sì.
Evil.
Più o meno. La password, ok, però già che ci siamo, esauriamo le
Why am I
risposte.
pregnant?
You are pregnant.
Ah, non lo sapeva questa.
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid
Romanticismo.
progress. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and mate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh,
Non...
nothing at all, princess.
niente. Lui vede tutto. Dai la password, voglio la
I need today's
password.
password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely.
Oh, grazie. Non ci mette il bastone fra le ruote, il veggente.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
Quello non ce lo dirà.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
È un po' troppo, mica
By any
mia.
chance, is the password
Melon.
melon?
Ma lo sapevi già?
Stories repeat themselves.
Melon. Tutta sta fatica per
Thanks for that
Ma
unsettling conversation.
prendere l'acqua di qui e di là non è servito
Yes, you must.
a nulla.
But we will see each other
Sì,
again.
va bene, ci rivedremo un'altra volta.
You mean to say you will
Non
see
sei-
me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Prima che questa storia finisca.
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to.
Un amico in difficoltà.
That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a
Una
house with
città
no
volante.
walls.
L'inizio del gioco c'era, volavamo giù, boh, non lo so. Con lui, con il barbuto Nate.
But, oh,
Vabbè, dai, adesso che finisce ci salutiamo qua. Mi sono divertito. Sta salvando, ok? Noi ci vediamo al prossimo video. Prenderemo il pezzo mancante. Alla prossima, ciao!